brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Denver Broncos. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. So here's the lineup, and in the backfield, it's Abdullah.
Amir Abdullah, if it had been up to a lot of college coaches, would be an all-pro corner. But he knew he wanted to be a running back, and has proven why. Can run it, can catch it, and return kicks.
Here to Marvin Jones. That one goes for 24 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, they're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a
Come on,
It's
Matthew.
Ebron, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And some room to run now. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And ready to go for another offensive series. Out comes Detroit, and a Detroit team that, boy, lost in the playoffs this year. Don't have a playoff win since 1992. But it was a tough end of the season. There were injuries involved. And I know you think that this is a crew that really could make some noise again next year, don't you?
I do, because I think they gained so much confidence this season. Battling back from a tough beginning. Working their way into where they looked like they had a chance to win the division. And while they didn't do that, they did get into the playoffs. Despite a myriad of injuries, they think this team has a bright future, and they feel confident about 2017.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he couldn't hang
Come on, man, Torrin Bolden, man.
Incomplete.
I'm going, fuck this.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st and 10, Simeon. And he pops free. The collision there jarred the ball.
Put them starters in. Let me put my starters in, man. Good defense, Caesar. Let's go, man. Get us some folks out here that can tackle, man.
Ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Here's the offense, and you got to talk about the guy that they nicknamed Bebe, Charles Demarius Thomas.
You worry about him catching the ball, but you worry more about what he does after the catch. Big, strong, physical. He makes plays downfield.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Right, check. 59. I'm trying to collect. Go. Check. Patriot.
2nd and 10, Simeon again.
Look
He's
at
going
that
to take a
pick.
shot
Out
for
of
the
bounds.
end zone.
Man, they didn't try
Emmanuel
to
Sanders,
jump. Get the
the
out my
intended
game,
receiver.
man.
And that
They
takes
didn't
us
try
from
to
2nd
jump.
to
Get the
3rd
ball
down.
out, huh?
And now the Lions' defensive starters.
DeAndre Levy is one of those linebackers who makes everyone around him better when he's on the field.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Defense showing blitz. Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone
Good defense,
coverage,
man.
free
Them folks
safety
back there,
was
man.
there.
That's what I like about
Couldn't
these
come
folks,
up
bro.
with it, and now
Them
it's
folks are
4th
back
down.
there, bro. Let's
Charles,
go, man.
that's an important 3rd
Block
down
them
stop. You
motherfuckers.
don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
React back there.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on that last drive, went for a 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive
That's
on
on
offense,
Bowden, man.
because I know I've got a defense that can
Good way to
hold
steal
their
there,
end.
Matthew.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And Jones has it over the middle. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Shift together here from the D-line. Stafford, and some room to maneuver, and avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Not play with me, bro.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Now it's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. There he goes. Brandon Marshall. It's picked up by the Broncos. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy.
Everybody
wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, nice move. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And Tate just finished his 7th NFL season. First 4 in Seattle, last 3 in Detroit. And each of those 3 years, 90 or more receptions. Finished this season with 91 catches, over 1,000 yards.
And I saw him expand his game in 2016.
The battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, try to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Well, the bad news, the Denver Broncos didn't make the playoffs, but the good news for Demaryius Thomas, he's over 1,000 yards again as a receiver.
6 straight years he's done that, but yards per catch and touchdowns down a little bit. Any of that due to the change of quarterback?
Think about it. For him now, in the last 2 seasons, he's had to get used to 4 different quarterbacks throwing him the football. I think that yards per catch will go back up when he gets some consistency.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Simeon.
Get my damn pick. Get my pick.
Is this intercepted?
My
it
motherfucking
is. It's
pick.
intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Shit, man.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially
turn your fucking mic off now, clown.
Defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That give him a little extra confidence there. Starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now it's Stafford.
Golden Tate. Put that fucking move on him, Golden Tate. Put that move on him.
Up 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback,
talking about, man, play your position.
Moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
Beat him down.
And he is
Beat him down.
Touchdown, Detroit. Mike Burton taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And he'll bang that one through. to score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Second and 10, Stafford again. Caught right side, Tate. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. Down to the 30 after... Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. It's caught, left side, Bolden. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
Well, this past season was tough for Abdullah. Foot injury costing him the last 14 games of the year, and that was a big blow. They could never really get that running game going, could they?
It changed everything for them because Theo Riddick, who is his backup, is really a 3rd down back. The guy that they want to use out of the backfield to catch passes in open space. He had to become more of a runner, and I think that limited his effectiveness at doing what he does best. Amir Abdullah,
hey, man. What's good, man?
Runner. They keep him healthy.
What up, bro?
The Lions offense in 2017.
And incomplete. The contact.
Man, I'm over here playing the man, bro.
Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. This is a 26-yard
Say what?
attempt. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good.
Man,
a touchdown. It's 17-10.
I'm the truth in this game. I can't be, man.
It ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Hold on.
Return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always told him about slot receivers, usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we get a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, Anderson. It's a 5-yard.
Talk too much for me. That's for one thing. Need no.
Here with 3rd down now looming. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely.
Too fucking much for me. Too much. Just be fucking talking. Shut the fuck up.